All right, so we're parked at the Alcove Spring Trail, which drops down off the rim, but this is to do the secret false Kiva trail, which I've done before. It used to be on all trails. It's not anymore, but apparently the rangers will still give you info. I found a GPS track online, but there's no trailhead. It's just a trail that branches off the road, so you got to park and then walk 100 yards on the road. It's not very far. This is 2.2 miles with, I think, about 700 or 800 feet of elevation gain. So it is a hike back up. It's mostly down on the way there. And you're going to see this Kiva, ruins, but there's conflicting information online if it's a real Kiva or it's called false Kiva because they thought it was fake, but then they were mistaken for a while and they thought it was real then. So I don't really know what's going on. So some sort of Kiva, real or fake. But I will show it to you when we get there. So I found the trail off the road, and there's footprints. It's real smooth. You sort of eventually follow like a little canyon side drainage down, and then eventually bend. And you see the Kiva in the distance, and you cut across and go up a little bit at the very end, but it's pretty tame. Let's see what this sign says. So you just follow the side wash down. One part you hit a dry fall, so it wraps you around to the left. You have to drop back down. But then we're just getting down, wrapping around to the right. We're gonna see this pretty soon. We're not that far, but it's gonna start to go down a little steeper, but it's tucked in these cliffs somewhere as you wrap around the corner. So, I mean, it's only a little over a mile each way. All right, I've wrapped around the corner and I now have a view. See that hole at the bottom of the desert varnish, the highest sort of hole in the rock? You can see a sign. You can't actually see the Kiva from here, but it's got to drop slightly below it, and then you can see the dirt trail up that dirt slope that leads up to it. So it's pretty much all downhill on the way out, except for that little last maybe 50 foot or so ascent, and then you gotta basically hike out at least half of it where it's steeper like this. You could run the beginning quarter mile or third of a mile. Pretty cool though. And I don't know what this I tried to look up, it's not on the map. I don't know what that formation's called, but it definitely has a name. All right, we've pretty much finished the steep rugged descent. And now we just need to contour over or slightly drop some more. And then, yeah, here we go. More cairns. It's very, very well marked, by the way. So as long as you find the start of the trail, you can't really mess it up. Cairn. Just walking on this bench. It's a pretty cool view out when you get up there. I remember that. I have a really good picture. I'll probably use the picture from before because now I guess you're not supposed to be in there. Go all the way over here, you will see a cairn where to cut up the slope. So here it is, right here. You're gonna cut up, and then there's a nice dirt path that's gonna lead us, yeah, I guess all the way up in. So it's all the way up past that little rock outcropping, so the trail's sort of convoluted, but like I said, that's a pretty steep slope. If you were to go straight up it, you'd inevitably probably dislodge some of these boulders down. So working our way up, just about there. Great view out. Peekaboo. Wrapped around the corner, and here we go. Here is the false Kiva, or the real Kiva, if you will. So, like I said, I'll put the picture for the thumbnail when you were actually allowed to go in there, but you're not supposed to now, so I'll just observe it from here. Awesome view though. Almost done the steep ascent out, meaning like the first, I don't know, 300 or 400 feet from the low point.
It's steep and rocky, but it's starting to level off now. And then we'll bend, then we'll have a gradual ascent up the drainage. Definitely not as steep. That's what I just went up. So, rounding the corner, and got about 3/4 of a mile back to the car. So up ahead, here's the big, I mean, that's pretty tall. That's like a good, I don't know, 70, 80 feet pour off. Maybe not, maybe 50. But anyway, you can't get down that. So that's why you have to skirt around the cliffs and do a little zag up and then cut across. But if there were a cool rope there, you could climb the rope. But yeah, hitting sort of the last reel like up, and then it's relatively flat. I mean, you still go up back to the car, but not super steeply by any means. All right, and we're back. Well, here's the road. Just got to get to it. That was false Kiva, or the real Kiva, if you prefer. And that is, I believe that's the white whale. So I'm going to do that next.